right, guys, back again. Lulu is getting a sister. We're doing chapter 8 today. So remember last time we read together, she was at Camp Sisterhood and she was playing Scrabble. And remember, the mother had to jump in and dump water on her head. So let's see what's going to happen in chapter 8. 20 minutes later, after Lulu had changed into dry clothes, Lulu and Mitzi were sitting in the office of a smiling, calming Debbie. The mom who had poured the water on Lulu's head had left the room after explaining why she'd done what she'd done. It was like there was steam coming out of her ears, and now the girls were taking turns insisting that what had happened had absolutely been the other girl's fault. Feelings were hurt, tempers were lost, and lessons needed to be learned, said Call Me Debbie, giving each girl an encouraging pat on the hand. And I need to stop saying this, still smiling. So what are these lessons? So there they are, meeting behind the closed door. There's the bucket. See the bucket? You shouldn't be a sore loser, said Mitzi. You shouldn't be a rude winner, replied Lulu. So there's Mitzi, not very happy, and Lulu. So you can tell they're both kind of getting in trouble. That's excellent, girls. Just listen to each other. And also, said Call Me Debbie, when you meet tomorrow morning, try doing a little less inside, a little more outside. She paused for a moment, perhaps to make sure they were listening to her, and then she repeated warningly, don't forget, less inside and more outside, or else it's going to go on your permanent record. So there she is, giving her some advice. Lulu had no idea what go on your permanent record meant, and neither do I, but she knew that she didn't like the way it sounded. So when she and her siblings met on Tuesday morning, she announced that they'd skip the games cabin and head directly down to the lake for a swim. When they reached the water's edge, Lulu said, let's race, and just to make it fair, and because she figured she'd win by a mile, I'll give you a head start by counting slowly to 10 before I jump in. There they are. What's going to happen? Who's going to win the race? By the time Lulu finished counting, however, the race was already over and she had lost to this pint-sized, not yet 8-year-old. Next time I'm only counting to 5, she announced, but it didn't help. She lost to this pint-sized, frizzy-haired, not yet 8-year-old. And even when Lulu said, you're not getting any more head starts, she was beaten a third, a fourth, and then a 5th time. Beaten 5 times in a row by this pint-sized, frizzy-haired, button-nosed, not yet 8-year-old girl, who did just a little victory dance, and only a few I wons, then stroked Lulu's arm with pity in her eyes. Poor Lulu, she said, but you shouldn't feel bad. Please do not feel bad. You tried so hard. You did the best you could. I don't need you feeling sorry for me, said Lulu, who was absolutely outraged that she was being treated so. What's the right word? So, I think we should go with a concedingly, which is when a person believes she's so much better and so much greater than somebody else. There they are swimming. See them? There they are jumping. Lulu. She acts all gooey and kind to the poor little thing, condescendingly. I'm only feeling sorry for you because there's no way you could beat me, she replied. I've been on a swim team ever since I was 3, but, and there she goes again, stroking Lulu's arm. You swam very well. You did some excellent kicking. Good job. Lulu did not want to hear good job from some pint-sized, frizzy-haired, button-nosed, blue-eyed, incredibly irritating, not yet 8-year-old. Stop talking, Mitzi, she shouted, and listen to me. Wait, first listen to me. There's something important I've got to tell you, the girl insisted. Like more things? Lulu growled. You do better than me? No, it's about a little trick that just got played on you. She cleared her throat and softly said, I'm Fritzy, not Mitzi. Say that again, said Lulu, who couldn't believe what she just heard. I'm Fritzy, Mitzi's twin, and no one can ever tell us apart. So we thought that it would be fun for us to switch places. For quite a while after that news was delivered, neither girl said a word. Fritzy just stood there looking quietly pleased with herself. Lulu also just stood there angrily thinking about the things she didn't think. Lulu didn't think being tricked was fun. She didn't think that losing 5 races was fun. And she certainly didn't think it was fun to be treated so, what was that word? So, condescendingly like Fritzy was great, and she was some pitiful thing. Just thinking about how not fun it all was, Lulu got madder and madder, and if a parent had been quietly lurking in the background, she'd have grabbed a huge hunk of Fritzy's hair, and pulled. Instead, she made her meanest face, and in her meanest voice, she chanted this chant. If I had a wicked witch, I'd happily have kissed her. If in exchange she swore, I'd never have you for a sister. Fritzy, to Lulu's greatest annoyance, did not seem the slightest bit bothered by this chant, so Lulu decided to go for a second verse. Uh-oh. And if she'd wanted more than 10 more kisses, I'd have kissed her. If 10 more times she would have sworn, you'd never be my sister. Fritzy continued to barely pay attention, and this made Lulu so much madder than she'd been before that. Even though a parent was quietly looking in the background, she grabbed a huge hunk of Fritzy's hair and pulled. Chapter 9. Yikes. So Fritzy and Mitzi switched places. And I wonder if the chant is going to work. See you next time.